Welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. Oh, what records need to get set straight? The records department, actually. They're pretty gay down there. We have to fix that. It's very gay down there, actually. This guy named B is like A's #1 follower. Yes, lobotomies. Welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. I am the #1 manager of Lobotomy Corporation, the best manager. In case anyone here is new, this is a game where it's basically like managing a department full of monsters that generate electricity for the world beyond. And this keen of you may notice that it's kind of like SCP, the Special Containment Procedure. Did cheese price go up? No, it has not. Cheese price stays at the 3 bits per cheese. And in this game, all of these critters and creatures and such exist, and we have to deal with them, so that's what we'll be doing today. The biggest one that's going to give us trouble is Army in Black, which is an A-lift that is going to give us some issues when a bunch of characters die. However, if we continuously suppress this one called the Scarecrow, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Where is Nickdy? Why are you in... Oh yes, that's right. I needed to swap out your ego equipment because you had lost some stats. Is why you could no longer wear your Loud and Proud set. Alright. So the bird team is down here. Is there anyone else who needs to be swapped around? Oh yeah. These guys are a pretty interesting team. I think I kind of like this set. I'm gonna give Living Bones the bird set though, because the bird set's really good. Lamp is such a good set. No, you have not caused cheese inflation. I am pretty firm on the amount of cheeses that the amount that you donated is not going to make me change the cheese price until I start getting those donations like literally every 10 minutes, you know? Project Moot coding is apparently a fucking enigma, I feel. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I am tempted to go back to memory repository. But I think this is a fine setup. I just need to not stare at the ass. Oh yeah, this is the painting. It's fine. We don't need to use the painting. If I recall, it makes something weird happen. Alright. We have enough VOVs. Let's start work. This should not be anything new. Anyone who's been here before should see us doing the same old, same old. Anyone who's here new, what we need to do is, let's use Big Bird here as an example. We have an abnormality. These things are nasty monsters that we cannot kill. They are made out of the human suffering and human psyche. And to generate energy from them, we must select a type of work that is done to them. Big Bird here likes having attachment work done. Attachment work is like, you know, sitting down and talking to the abnormality and hanging out with it. Instinct is like, you know, doing physical activity. Insight is, you know, both cleaning and like paying attention to it, writing down observations about it. And repression is screaming profanities at it until it curls up into a ball and cries. In general, all of these are pretty straightforward. Don't get a bad work result with it, or it's going to break out and kill people. It's not rocket science here, you know? We'll give one of these to John Joe. Sometimes when they escape, like Punishing Bird here, he can escape after I do work on other things. I don't have to worry about him escaping, because what he's going to do is he's going to go to some employee and just start whapping them on the head until he feels like he's gotten his licks in. He does 0 damage, so it's not a big deal. Scarecrow here is going to be the one I use to sort of pass the day. Because he is always going to break out when I work with him. I have no employees who are stupid enough to work with him without that problem happening. So I'm just going to work with him last, really. And that's good, because I need him to break out. The reason being is because if he breaks out, I can suppress him, and then Army in Black will relax a little. Because this one will break out when too many employees die, which is moderately annoying, but acceptably handleable. These ones here are the A-lifts. These are the scariest ones in my facility. I have 2 of them. This is an A-lift, and this one is an A-lift, even though it says Zayn. A-lifts are, by design, really nasty and really hard to deal with. And you just can't let them escape their box, or you have a bad day. There are a few A-lifts you can recontain, like Army in Black. There are some that are just really hard to do, like Blue Star. And then there are some that just literally end your day, like Nothing There. Although I think I might be able to handle Nothing There now. Maybe. It would be a little close. Nothing There is honestly the big problem with Nothing There is not any of his moves or effects. It's just there are so many numbers to worry about with Nothing There. It's just all numbers. It's nasty. Now, the Scarecrow searching for wisdom, no matter what kind of work result you get, will always escape his box. Which means that I just have to put him back in the box. And as you can see, there he is. Everyone get him. Get him. Yeah. See? Simple. We put him back in the box. And that's going to be the gameplay loop for the next couple days, because I don't think we actually have too much to worry about. I am running a few mods. One of them you may have noticed when I was whacking that is that I've got the health bars are stacking now. So when 2 characters stand in the same place, they will, like, stack. So you can actually see them. I think that's a good fix. I have several optimization and memory leak mods to fix this fucking game. Because I'm going to be quite frank with you. This game doesn't run very well. I also have a remapping of Central Command. So that this door and this door lead here. This door and this door lead here. You can go up and down in the middle section now, sort of like it does up here. That way, it's less of a, like, several layered cake, and Yeah, no, that's an actual issue, is the optimization of this game is kind of awful. I wish this game had taken, like, I don't know, the money they got from the game to make it better. Um, because I don't even think this game's too tough to code. I think you could have paid some contractors to just do like a mass optimization package. This game does suck to play. The game genuinely suffers from its unoptimized state because there are several bosses in the game, in a management game, mind you, that remove your ability to pause the game. In a management game designed around you having the ability to pause, that is very poorly optimized, and pausing lets you actually fucking play it. Even when it's, you know, lagging to high hell. So, with that in mind, I also have a mod that allows me to pause no matter what. It is balanced out by the fact that a lot of the bosses that will stop you from pausing will regain health, or do some other effect while you are pausing. Which achieves the same effect, where the player is less likely just to abuse the pause button to handle the situation. Source code's got lost or something. I'm not talking about, like, source code, because I'm going to be quite frank with you. You don't need the source code to fix some of this game's issues. And honestly, you'd probably need to recode it from the start anyways. So as long as you rip the assets, you could probably fix it. Would it have some problems and some different behaviors than the original? Probably. But, like, there are few excuses for having an indie game that runs like shit, that becomes a runaway success, that you then just proceed to fucking neglect. I'm okay with an indie game not being optimized, right? I am not okay with an indie game that's not optimized, then taking the literal trucks of money it got to make itself slightly easier to play and more accessible. I don't think it's a big ask. I know, horrible of me, but... and before you say, well, they used it to make the sequels and stuff, yeah, I don't doubt that. But this is a franchise now. They can go back and show some fucking love to their original game. Like, look at the poor performance at just the most basic noon. And I have to, like, pull my camera to the side so everything relaxes. And you want to know the next thing? I think, honestly, another issue with game development is people not really building around their limitations. The game and how it's structured really is not designed around the limitations it has. I feel like if the game was literally just these 4 sections, it would do a lot better than what it is now. Or alternatively, instead of having just these 4 sections, you make it so that each, like, layer becomes its own chapter, right? So the upper layer becomes a chapter, and then when you're done with it, all of these avenues just kind of go away. You don't use these floors anymore. Then you do the middle layer, and, you know, you deal with all this, and then all these avenues kind of get put away, and then you don't deal with this floor anymore. And then you do the bottom layer, you know. That would buy you the, like, resources to not worry about your game's optimization. Even at this scale of a game, like, you could keep the really massive scale without sacrificing anything. Now, is that the, like, creator's vision or whatever? No, but That's one of the pieces of art, is at some point, you know, you're limited by the paint that you have. And this is one of those games where they didn't really limit themselves to the paint that they had. They just decided to make as big of a portrait as I had, and the paint is pretty thin in some spots. Do I respect them for trying something? Yeah, I respect that this game is interesting and has a unique design to it that makes it fun to play. Do I wish that the game was, like, playable sometimes? Yeah. I've started to find my biggest gripe with this game is that it really makes it hard to play it. And there's nothing that I can do to fix it. I'm not that experienced with it. I'm sure give me, like, you know, a year budget, you know, I would be able to make something that could be upscaled and make this game a little bit better, but I could make a basic abnormality that you could easily, like, duplicate into most of the abnos in the game without having their special sauce need to happen. Because a lot of them, you don't really have really wild mechanics. There's only a few different abnormality types. The ones that break out when you work with them and get bad results, or certain results, I guess. The ones that break out after a certain amount of people die or don't die. The ones that break out under conditions of the character that works with them. And the ones that break out when they are ignored. So you can just kind of make those 4 classes, and with an adjustable variable, make most of the abnormalities in the game. I don't think it would be impossible. Difficult, yes. Impossible, no. Because I can bet you each one of these is probably programmed in a, like, a unoptimized way. The other thing that really slows the game down are the clerks. I think the clerks are an interesting concept gameplay-wise, but are kind of problematic, like, engine-wise. I feel like these could have been better done by having, like, a 1 clerk or 2 clerk system, where this department will spawn 1 clerk every, like, meltdown, and if that clerk dies, you no longer get the department benefits or healing until you can get him respawned, right? I think that'd be a better way to handle it, just to save on the performance. Wait, no. Yeah, it's... Yeah, all my meltdowns are going to be in here. Alright, with a purple noon on the horizon, I think I can get almost done, but not quite. So we're going to get everyone out of their rooms. I can thankfully no longer lose ego gifts, which, you know what, is nice. Or not ego gifts, ego equipment. Okay, nobody's in their rooms. Alright, now we can start working. I think where another place the game kind of struggles is when the like actual fights happen. Uh, I'm not sure what could be done to make the fights a little bit better, but there's a lot going on with those. Yeah, no, there's a reason I'm putting these guys down. Yeah, Scarecrow could be handled by one of them, but I also have fucking Army in Black, so I don't want him running around too much. And the Jessicas and Twilight need to be down here in Extraction so that they can get the extraction buffs eventually. Because extraction buffs go hard, it looks like. You get a bonus to your weapon and your fucking armor is insane. I mean, I used to put the decapos to Scarecrow, I think. Yeah, I put my decapos out of Scarecrow for a while, but... Okay, I think we are ready to do our next movement. Rhoda... We'll work with the freaky girl. Purple, grant us love. Fuck, that made black pop. I should have known. I have to kill the grant us love before Star gets out. Otherwise, I'm not too fussed about them. We'll pick black there. I don't... No, I need to send someone. What are these weak to? White damage. Do I have white damage up here? Yes, I do. Get on there. We'll send Tempo and Lupine to suppress that. This sucks. The B team's kind of fucking in the shitter. I can ignore the podium there for a moment. This team should probably go get Army. This team can go get the podium, because nothing here will be a problem. And this team needs to start moving out. Is Army of Black not here? Okay. Yeah, move these guys over here. Oh. Alright, cool. Handle that. Get up here and handle that. You are all handling that. Grant us love. Black is down. This is the group I'm worried about. Okay, they handled Army in Black. That's pretty fucking impressive. Handle that. Handle. Handle. Blow it. Scarecrow. No, there's one more Army in Black. Where? Where is it? Oh, it's that one. Ah, I hate this. Big Bird is the worst. I think Big Bird is probably my most problematic Abno. Fall back. Shoot his ass. See, the trouble with Big Bird is not necessarily anything he does, it's just that he's so lethal. Whatever. That shit like that happens. And the problem is that if he marks you, you can't even walk past him. So, you know, you always have to have the door to your back. And this is a really dangerous spot for him to stand. Hey, Big Bird. Eepy Bird. Ha! Look, we lost one of the nobodies, all right? That unfortunately I've just designated tier 4 employees as nobodies. The time is upon me. It's time to complete the final piece of the puzzle you've been missing. May you have the best of luck on the last leg of your journey. Saying something like, I hope you'll finally be happy, or some of the leftover pain can be relieved now, have long become empty words. There are several more things I'd like to say, but let me sum them up in one sentence. I wish you success this time. I enjoy being with you for not only these 45 days, but also the moments you don't remember. Well, there's only one Sephiroth you need to meet. He holds in his hands a warmth that looks so comforting, but he can shatter people's hearts like they're nothing. I have finished casting the rules for the upper and middle layer Sephiroth. It's likely that this will not be the last time I do so. I have to tell them again that I've already instructed countless times, however you two will be different. You clearly understand why this facility exists and what your missions are. I expect that you will not exhaust me as the ones above do. Just keep this in mind. I will not come down here to the lower layer unless the circumstances require me so. That does not mean I will simply watch and do nothing, but I will not interfere for the most part. I hope we never have to face each other from now on. It will lead to both of us suffering. Angela was the best artificial intelligence I had ever known, and you were the best architect I was graced to meet. Back then, you simply could not let Carmen go. You were so desperate to keep her on your side that you locked her in a cryostasis pod in an attempt to preserve her body at the very least. But during all this, you were perfectly aware that Carmen's body had become nothing but a shell. Our faces were full of grief, yet we still ransacked her body and dismembered her core. In fact, I was rather relieved when you began to create Angela. You were wholeheartedly immersed in something, just like you used to be. That day, when she opened her eyes for the first time, I remember you were just staring through the laboratory's glass, not setting a single foot inside. You might have thought you noticed me right away. However, I witnessed you standing there for a long time before you realized I was there. What inner conflict made you hesitate so? What did you think after seeing that piece of humanoid machinery who did not display the warm smiles and gentle laughter Carmen had so naturally? I told you in many words that no matter how many AI such as Angela you create, none of them will ever be Carmen. Now poor Angela is merely assigned to direct us from a distance as we go through the motions of the play. If there is one thing I may have mistaken myself over, it is that I had thought you overcame everything. The truth is that you never have. 100 justice or higher. I can do that. I am the cutest kobold, Zandik. Hold on. I am the cutest kobold you ever did see. Also, I am shocked. I need to turn my light on. I totally forgot to do that. Wah. Wah. I'm back. You recommend I rewind as 46 is a day of no return. You know what? Fuck it. We'll redo records. I'm okay with that. Because I do kind of want to do records first. Let me... Oh, hold on. I have to actually, like, do records. I will memory repository, but I will not rewind to day one. I am no longer asking this game. I am getting an ending, good or bad. I don't care, but I will get the records buff because I have a funny feeling I will need it. I think it's probably the justice to 120 if you want me to guess, but changing my my limits here is not a bad thing. I do not believe. Come on. Let me do it. There we go. Next stream will definitely probably be our finale. I just have a little sneaking suspicion, you know, a little huncheroo. Ah, we lost the. Oh no, we still have some of the nobodies team. Where's our other Justica? There it is. Legal list. Bob. Dead meat. Oh yeah, no, he can have that set. Chicken can have the Big Bird set. Hornet set you cannot go wrong with. It's just a better default set. All right, we need to fill out a team. Anyone want to join Lobotomy Corp? I need some more units for the upper layers. And I'm just talking tier 5 units I can max out. You're going to get Bob equipment, and you're going to be doing a pretty good job. If no one wants to join, I'm just going to be using the Dead Meat naming convention. Alright, well, no one wants to join. We're going to do Corpse Chow first. I don't know. Yeah, good enough. It looks like a Corpse Chow to me. Um... Trying to think of the other things I could. Oh, Murdered Marrow could be a good one. I like that one. Murdered Marrow. Yeah, you look like a Murdered Marrow to me. Alright, now we have a full team of nobodies. Up top. With a somewhat varied damage comp. Do we have... Honestly, Dead Meat is going to do very well up there. Kind of a sleeper pick. Anyone else we need? Yeah, they're kind of nobodies because they have much lower stats except for Dead Meat. Dead Meat's pretty good. I won't say he's nobody, but the others have no ego gifts. They've got just stats and gear, and honestly, they're not great. So I'm going to hire someone else. And I think, no, we've got all the control team is set. Let's just hire a couple tier 4s to throw at problems. Because, to be quite honest, having just random-ass tier 4s to do work while shit's going down is always a good idea. Alright, I think that's a good enough distribution of people. We have enough to throw at issues. We have enough in reserve in case issues crop up again. We can begin management. Like, these characters up here exist to, just kind of be backup. They're not the A team, they're the B team. $25 out of 10. Yeesh. I do have a mod that lets me carry characters through a day 1 reset. And one of the characters who's been here the whole fucking time has been Broccoli Eater. Wait, where did I put Broccoli Eater? Down here? Where is he? He's probably working, isn't he? Another reason all of these guys are kind of nobodies is I don't have an emotional attachment to them. Because they're not named after viewers or friends. So I'm okay with them dying. Yeah, Broccoli Eater, yeah. This guy's been here since the fucking start. And his ego list, you can tell. I think he's got most of them in the game. Crazy. I didn't check his work time on this. I always forget to check the work time, because if you take longer than 60 seconds, Blue Star eats you. If he gets eaten, I'm gonna fucking flip. What was the work time on that? I need to know. I need to know what the work time was on that. That was 43. Okay. It was not as bad as I thought it was. Yeah, why the hell was it when Red Mist hit me with this fucking thing? It did like all of my character's health. It's just a teeth game. Oh no, Scarecrow's out. Anyways. We'll send Zan back in there. Amber is interesting. If I don't get this under control, it could be problematic. Those guys can go there. These guys can go here. 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 And on the furthest fucking tile from where they were, they can go there. Yeah, no, this game is definitely not fun at this scale. I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong. But it's not fun. Bum 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 bum. Nickty's been here for a long time too, although he always used the lamp set until I eventually upgraded him to the Twilight set. Yeah, no, I think literally if the game was shorter, it would be better. Some of the problems we have is, you know, eventually you just stop touching these Abnos. And yeah, the one sin twist with White Knight is kind of cool. But you could do that in so many different ways. It's just one of those things that the first time it happens, it's really cool, and then afterwards, it's just like, yeah, that happened. Honestly, 30-day Lob Corp would probably be about right for the game's performance limitations. Hunbird breaking out again. Ah! fucking drink water wrong. Water wrong. Ah. Ah. I'm okay though. I'm okay. Whew. There should be no complications for the day. We just have to get records done. I'm kind of curious what his meltdown is going to be. There's not a lot left in the game. Granted, Arbiter was fucking insane. This is probably going to be comparatively a lot more... Well, if you... Oh, I bet it's going to be an evolution of, Cheese, boy. What he did. Because he made me weak to damage types. I bet you he's going to deal damage types to me. Just random, whenever a meltdown happens. Everyone's already in a hallway, so that's good for me. Alright. Army is not escaped yet. That's actually outstanding. We have pillars mostly in the upper layer. I swear these are like super weighted to pop up here. Easy. Easy clap. Heaven could be doable. I could do heaven. But I want to keep it fucking basic. Basic as hell. Bloodbath, maybe? Shy look is just free. I'm taking a shy look. I hate the ego gifts aesthetic, but it looks fine. Alright, now all we have to do is have level 5. Easiest day of my life. How is everyone today? You doing well? Staying yappy? We should probably do some lore reading, I guess. Did we read Spider-Bud yet? An abnormality takes the form of a giant spider, guarding its domain in darkness. It's difficult to see with bare eyes. Small spiderlings skitter around the floor. Alright, we're still working. Got done with dishes? Well, there's probably an abnormality to help you with that. We do appreciate your suggestion. However, our research indicates your concerns are unlikely to be true. Furthermore, it is proven that the presence of a cocoon in the unit increases output. For these reasons, we will not implement a rescue procedure for employees who are caught by the bud as it is against our interests. However, we will allocate more resources into researching the specimen in the future, per your opinion. Please be advised that disrupting the atmosphere of our workspace by spreading unconfirmed rumors is against the code of conduct. It may be subject to penalties including dismissal. Lobotomy always values the welfare and voices of its employees. There's an airy rumor spreading amongst its employees. Not out of the ordinary for a rumor to spread in a company like this, but it's interesting the number of alleged witnesses seem to multiply. Listeners can be heard in the containment unit at night. It's the voice of Alex who went missing a few days ago. They say the voice swept in terror, asking to be saved from the darkness. Interesting. I mean, this is a company that feeds people to monsters to make juice, so we shouldn't be surprised. Whoop. Nope, don't do both. Just do one. What else haven't we read? What haven't we read? This one? Is against company rules to idolize or worship certain abnormalities. Nothing is allowed to be sacred in this place. Employees try to enter containment units to specific abnormalities without authorization will face punishment, especially if they're not in charge of them. If you feel an impulse to throw yourself into an abno, that means you are infected. It means it is a process of manipulating, dazzling your brain. As to other abnormalities in this place, if this happens, please stop doing what you're doing and seek immediate mental treatment. As you have passed all basic employee training, we hope no one will be foolish enough to be misled. We are releasing the blacklist to the public. Those who are on it must take 3-day mental treatment provided by the company and will receive punishment accordingly by their new respective Sephiroth. We're making this list public to bring your attention to the astonishing number of infected employees around you. Please note, calling Emily, who killed herself after breaking the containment unit of a certain abnormality, a martyr, will be treated as a non-compliance within the company's rules. On a side note, we would like to praise Dylan's courageousness in the rescue of employee Sophia, who was about to throw herself into the abnormality. If you see any of your valuable colleagues displaying this kind of behavior, please promptly report it to the Sephiroth in charge. Dylan, I don't believe you turned Sophie to us over deliberately. I'm sure you were just worried about her. She's locked up now. I heard that she repeatedly tried to escape, so they tied her to the bed. Tell me, is it wrong to have faith? We are all sinners, and Blue Star is the only sanctuary that accepts us. We will be cleansed of our sins here. We'll go back to that place someday. It is an instinct. You thought Emily died when she threw herself from the star, but she simply returned to her rightful place. She's a martyr. She became an eternal star. The rise of a star is a brand new beginning. Don't you hear the everlasting sound of the trumpet? When you stand close to the star, you can hear the welcoming cheers and singing. If every employee returns to that place, only Blue Star will remain here. Let us meet again as stars. If any of y'all chatters throw yourself into Feet Star, I'm sorry, I'm not pulling you out. It doesn't happen. Ah, frick. Hold on, everybody. Alright, we'll have to take a break in about an hour or so, but that'll be fine. Alright, I'm back at the grind for finishing this fucking game. Bees, piano, yin. No, Eugene does not work yin. Oh, I accidentally queued up the fucking... whatever. It's fine, there's no issue with it. Just gotta be aware that I should not be pushing that button. Bum bum bum. I hate the fucking clowns. All clowns should be just gone. I don't believe in clowns. They don't exist. They're not real. Clowns cannot be allowed to exist. I'm sorry. It's just law. Here's for the beginning. Our ordeals are the failed abnormalities that escape from the abnormality creation process. Legitimately, I've never seen a clown or a circus in your entire life. I remember going to a circus, and what... Well, it was more of a Well, it was a circus, but there was some weird performances there. One of them was a fucking, like, metal hamster ball. And, like, 4 guys with motorcycles fucking drove in circles around it in a very fun display of physics. Not crashing into each other, either. In maneuvers that definitely looked like there should have been some crashing into each other. Which is pretty damn cool. That's one of the ones that I recall. The clowns were pretty fun. The clowns were fun, but I was far enough away where like their little hand tricks and stuff was a little less impressive because it wasn't very close. Oh, what else? I really don't remember much from it. It was forever ago. I think it was like 4. No, it wasn't 4. I couldn't have been 4. It was before my parents broke up, which happened when I was 8. So it had to happen when I was either 7 or 6. So. And I doubt they did that their last year. It was... Performances live like that are just so cool. Moon of Violet, grant us love. Ooh, that's bad. Tater doesn't even give a shit. Army in Black's busting out. Yep. That's the bad one. They've got that one, I think. We'll hit it with a slow just for Good measure. I need to stop that one. I don't know where Army in Black is. My next issue with Army in Black is that it does not like to be tracked. We need to get rid of Army in Black first. If fucking Palebird gets out, that is a problem. Everyone down here can handle this. Hell, I don't even need you guys to handle that. Yep. There's the other problem. Okay, Army in Black there's handled. Get Big Bird. Big Bird is out. I don't know who he rang for, but I'm just gonna try and burst him down. Whoop. And the game's broke. Who did he ring for? Someone in this blob has the fucking mark. Is Army in Black contained? No, it is not. Where is the last one? Where's the last one? Game? Game? Where are you hiding it? Peter, the bird is here. I genuinely don't fucking know where it is. Where is it? Oh, it's there. Yay, 15% energy, grant us love. That one is handled. I took the gamble that he was actually aiming for the clerk, like the game sort of suggested. Sometimes he doesn't hit the thing that's in his mouth. Sometimes he hits what's behind him. And that's what really fucking sucks about Big Bird. I think we should be able to generate 70 off of what we're doing here. 30's doable. I suppose I'll probably just end the stream at about 8:30. It's fine. I can have a shorter Lobo Corp stream. I'm just getting records done anyways. We'll do the records meltdown. Oh, we're done. Wait for the bird to go back. Alrighty. See you the next day. Yes, we will. Ah, man, fucking... That's kind of a thing I don't like about this game, is just how fucking tough and long the game takes. Redulta, Silent Orchestra, Thingy Machine, Little Prince, Mountain. I might take Nothing There. He's honestly not that bad to handle. I'm not taking Queen of Hatred despite her having one of the better ego gifts in the game, because honestly, she's just fucking awful. Since the game's pretty much pigeon... we'll take you. I want it as simple and as easy as possible. Nothing There is just really hard to fucking take down if he does break out. And I would actually prefer him to be in Extraction where my powerhouses are. Not for any reason, just other than there's so much, like, you have to throw at Nothing There. Can't wait until the something when abnormality. How are we looking? Little thin in the south. Honestly, no. Dead Meat can be in charge of his team. We might move tempo down, actually. Rogue tempo can be down in records. What's your team bonus? Oop. All virtues for your departments are increased. That's nice. Nothing crazy. Nothing new. Simple, easy management. Yeah, I probably should have taken Nothing There. But I ain't going back anymore. We're done. I am done with this fucking reset, rewind BS. I'm sure there's a special ending if you 100% the game or something, but I'm not doing it. We're going forward, and we're gonna get the middle ending. You know, the one where it's like everything's awful. Life sucks. Could have really used a rewind to this memrep day sometime. Lobotomy Corp could use a lot of things. It is not just the memory repository function that is lacking in this game. Um, it is just such a wide game that trying to... It's one of those games that went for hyper wide and very shallow. There's a bajillion of these abnormalities, but very few of them interact with each other in interesting ways, and very few of them seem to, like, interact in your facility in interesting ways, you know? They're almost all their own tiny problem that, when you piece them together, sometimes makes an interesting puzzle. I will say I had more fun and interest when the train was here, and I had, the fucking parasite tree combo. Was it good to do forever? No. Was it interesting? Yes. Do I think it could have been a different combo and still been fun? Oh yeah. But just that was two abnormalities crossing over each other and making something interesting in the play between them. And that's just not something that happens a lot in this game. One of the good examples of it was I had Sharpshooter, Queen of Hatred, and Monk at an era where I couldn't suppress a VoV class. So I had to use Sharpshooter to kill 2 clerics, but not 5, in order to get Queen of Hatred to be happy. And yeah, there's something to be said for not every Abno has to be wildly difficult to keep track of. But I think the times the game is at its most fun and interesting is when you only have a small amount of abnormalities that have a lot of very in-depth interactions with each other. I don't think you need more than 12 abnormalities to make an interesting facility. And over half of those can still be the I sit in a box and don't do anything abnormalities. And the key is the ones that require something interesting. Because at the end of the day, this game's about building a Rube Goldberg machine of death, right? Where these 14 different variables all happen to line up and make the game difficult. I also think the 4 work system is a little underutilized, right? Like, it's just like a die roll when you first get the monster, and then after that it just kind of becomes like, okay, which one of these doesn't get me killed? Actually, you could have something interesting with the four works. Like, for example, insight's like the safest one because you're just observing it in the containment unit. Attachment, you have to go into the containment unit with it. Oh, that's kind of neat. There are 5 different types of work, and each employee can only do 3 types of work, and that was how it worked in the beta. That's kind of neat. It makes it a little bit more interesting. Now you have to balance out who's fighting and who's, working. I personally would think you make the works just more in-depth, where insight is you literally just have the guy go to an observatory room and just pay attention to the abno. The instinct work actually takes the abno out of the containment unit to the main room to do exercises, and then it puts them back in the containment unit. Which would be kind of funny and cool, and also have the potential for if the person handling the abnormality gets hit or gets into a fight or something, the abnormality they're escorting also gets loose. Repression could just be shutting off the cruel stuff. You shut off the lights, you don't feed it, and you leave it to just sort of sit there in misery. And then you write down what happens. And attachment is you go into the containment unit with the abnormality and you listen to it and you talk to it and stuff, creating different circumstances for the different works. Because repression would be really cool, especially if you didn't get the status of the abnormality anymore when the work was going on. So it becomes this really dangerous game of yeah, that's the kind of work to do, but if something goes wrong, you won't know it's wrong until it's too late. You could do something like that, and it would make the work types kind of interesting. Granted, that would take a lot more effort in coding, but I'm just spitballing weird ideas I have for this sort of format of management game. We're gonna have a green noon, which is mid. Mid, I say. I wonder why the 3.5 thing was removed from the beta. I'm kind of curious now. Was there a reason given for removing it, or was it a Oh, this isn't the factory. It's just the normal one-off ones. Okay. That group I'm probably the most worried about there. They need to be in a certain emotion to produce energy. Ah, okay, and that's why you have the good, bad, normal thing. All right. That one sounds a bit more I see. Oh, wow. Red damage against the mimicry set. Wow. Let me put a red shield on it. Army in black is out. That sucks. I could just call Rabbitson on fucking records, but that'd be a big setback, so we're gonna try and handle it. Take care of the noon first so that bird doesn't escape. Bird has escaped. Take care of Army of Black first, because Bird really doesn't cause that much damage on his own. He's just kind of an enabler. Where Army in Black is fucking magnetized to safety. There's more noons. I don't know where they are, though. Get up here and fight this fucking bird. You need to go that way. Isn't there an army down here? No, I don't see it. Oh no, we did kill all the noons. Alright. Do you guys not have this? I'll double down on you, but I think you'll be fine. Scarecrow's already dead. Yeah, just go beat the shit out of this bird now is our thing. Alright, we have killed... No. It's not done yet. Where is it? Is there a last one? Yes. Okay, I think that's it now, right? Yes, good. Who's getting the dizzy? Oh, it was Eugene. Ah, fuck. No. Okay, good. What did he do? Nope. 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 No, 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 no. Ooh. Oh, wait. No, he's just doing that. Let him do his chomp. Kick his ass again. I don't know who he killed, but it wasn't me. Woo! I think he missed. That was really close. Alright, workday complete. 33 remaining, 0 dead. That gets a little tense at the end there, you know, if we get one of them purple noons. I guess we'll take the portrait. Scenario is reaching an end soon. Oh, gotta adjust my seat. I'm not taking Funny Train. Alright, look, Funny Train is not my cup of tea, alright? Alright, 50 minutes, and then I think I'm gonna take a short break, and then when I come back, we will probably be setting myself up for the end game. Is this a 50-day game, or is it a 45-day game? Okay. We'll hire somebody new, just... wait. We don't need to do that. We've got a couple... Yeah, Eugene. You're going down the records, and you're going to touch the painting. Because I don't know what it does. Last 5 days are unique challenges unlock you out of doing meltdowns. Interesting. Well, we'll probably play until day 45 then. What day are we even on? Oh. On day 44. Oh. Yeah, their image is etched into the canvas. Can you use it again? You can. Go ahead and use it again. Portrait of Another World. Go ahead and use it again. Mikori Cheetah has just followed. Welcome. I hope you enjoy spending your time around here. We do streams every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Thursdays and Fridays are dedicated to the main series, which this time has been Lobotomy Corp. Looks like I'm not going to pop. Wait, all damage that would be dealt to the etch will be taken by another within the facility. The etch will also receive increased damage. Oh. So this person just can't die, but everyone else will die for them. If an image of a new person is placed on the canvas, the previous one will be killed. If the etch is killed by means other than normal damage, the portrait will return to its normal state. So, like... shooting them, I guess, with the execute. Alright, well, you are now officially banished. I am back. We're going to be playing Lobotomy Corp. Let's get this day finished out, shall we? There was an autistic... well, I say autistic, but he's got a lot more than that going on. Autistic's only part of it. Child at my house, whom did not want to go back to his house. And it took some major convincing. If you've never had to argue with someone who cannot talk, it's a process about being gentle. It's not great. And the end of it all, just had to carry him. I'm a little out of breath. Sorry about that. Holy schmokaloni. Children are heavy, especially when they're fighting you. Problem is that he's not very bright. And he's not gonna get much better. Which, only 7 now, but he's mentality of a 3-year-old. But when he's 20, he'll be a 10-year-old, maybe. Hopefully. But I feel bad for the old lady who's decided to take care of him, because she ain't gonna be able to fucking handle him like that for another 10 years. Oh, you went in the wrong alleyway, buddy. Alright, where are all the clowns? We didn't teleport yet. There we go. Come there. Looks like it. Does it only spawn 3 clowns? I thought it spawned more. That's good. Got him handled then. Harmony of skin. Collision with one light and another. Skin harmonizing. Scarecrow left its containment unit, which means we'll be able to refund our lots. And we should be able to get the next level before we have to deal with the dusk is what it's called. And if we have to be here until midnight, I'm going to cry, because midnight is the worst time. I've only seen 2 of the midnights, and they're both pretty gnarly. The one that forces you to be in the fucking info department is really bad. I mean, you don't have to be in info. You can do it here, I guess, but you need elevators to not die. And elevators are pretty fucking scarce in the lower area. Whew. You know what? It's a good workout carrying people. You sweat a little, you feel invigorated, you feel alive, you know. You hope that you don't drop them because they're thrashing about. You hope that you drop them a little bit because they're thrashing about. I'm sorry, that was cruel. Do one last feat star and we should be out of here. What was that? Fucking fly. There's so many flies in this house right now. Just because of the time of year and there's so many flies. It's actually kind of aggravating. It's annoying and unhelpful and not great. Whew. I know the flies are realistically not doing anything to me, but they don't make me feel good. They are a sign something is wrong. They're a sign that there is a problem. Beauty and the Beast is pretty okay, but it's kind of a free kill if I don't pay much attention to it. Bald is literally free, but I'll have to move John Joe Bald. I think I'll take Bald. It's just free. Oh, we'll take Murderer. Murderer's really easy. What? Hello? Okay, this looks like a normal ass office. Uh, Mid Midnier Luco has just followed. Let's go over this. It's got the A coloration. Am I gonna be talking to like my inner psyche? A long time has passed since my loved ones left with their broken bodies and hearts. We finally meet after taking such a long detour. I sent you a letter one day. That old, strange letter that had the same name for sender and recipient. I told you that we'd meet soon. Why do you hesitate? Please, come with your mind at ease. I hope this environment satisfies you. I tried my best to recreate our office. You need at least one place in life to feel comfortable, don't you? However, I speculate you feel that this place is a bit more serene than you might remember, so to say. There are many reasons for that. This is a reflection of your heart, and after all, the emptiness in your mind must be what makes this place so void. We weren't particularly fond of untidiness, but there she was, always making a mess out of an organized room. There were times where we were used to such messiness, giving up on cleaning the room. Sadly, our hearts couldn't bear to recreate such a moment. I'm sure that now you know. This space changes to the rhythm of your heart. The office is born from your heart, siphoned up from your deepest subconscious. Yes, many parts of the facility were extracted and created from our minds. How did you think building such enormous underground structures in a short period of time was possible? We needed multiple extractions until we finally solidified amorphous images into something tangible. We repeated it so many times until the memories were blurred and the emotions were dulled, to a point where even the original sin was forgotten. Yet, there were truly countless repeats. It must have been roughly 10 years outside, while this entire facility has been trapped in the cycle for a length of 10,000 years. This eternity is fascinating. All humans are given one life to live. The future comes to us like a relentless wave of the sea. We cannot go against them. We are merely pushed back. Time tracks technology can only reverse time in a very limited area. The tech was used for trivial sins, such as granting an infinite amount of death to a condemned man, or to show those whose days are numbered their happiest moments. However, when combined with our energy tech, this small technology could bloom into something bigger. We invested in them without hesitation, even though they required a massive amount of funding and effort and energy. That's how Time Track's second invention came to life. If time could be reversed infinitely, we could reach the sky that seemed unreachable. Unfortunately, breaking an absolute law of nature costs us a lot. Though we could rewind time infinitely, it always left some form of distortion. Perhaps because this technology has still not been perfected, no man could keep their sanity intact in this place. But here you are, you've reached this point, even though you've limped and groveled along the way. Of course, it wouldn't have been impossible if not for Angela, but it's a Herculean achievement you went through that journey. Please, let your body and mind rest, if for a brief moment. You must be exhausted. The path after this will be brutal. Extremely brutal. We whom you will meet again, will also be brutal. I will not let you pass as simply as I do. if by any chance you think you're not ready yet, it is okay to go back to the first acts. If you've made it here once after such a long and hard time, you will surely come here again, no matter how long it takes. We literally have all the time in the world. There is no need to hurry. Just keep in mind the situation will be much different if you move forward from here. You'll be given harsh trials and fated, saturated questions we cannot answer, and I am sure you already know this. You can reverse time, but you cannot reverse a tale. So, I'll do my best. I'd advise you not to be so languid. Well, is it okay if I do this? Don't worry too much about it. You won't find a professional like me often. My greetings, eh? The moments I have made you witness are no longer merely scenes of the past. They could be present or even from the future. There are people who once loved you, and there are employees who think that they are happy here. There's also Angela, a cold imitation of Carmen. It is not the heaven that has burrowed into your mind, the place you've been... Is this not the heaven that has been burrowed into your mind, the place you've been yearning for? In this place you are no less mighty than God. Even death finds no meaning here. So I plead with you. Will you not be satisfied already? We so desperately continuing to exist, even it means living like we are now. What right do you have to turn everything to ash? Furthermore, it is clear that the story has no need for an end. Think about it. All the work that you have done, is it truly a consequence of your own choice? You never were ready. You were not prepared to accept your death. You created a being solely shrouded in a sense of loss, and now you are just struggling to move forward, blindly fumbling along the obscure trails of your past deeds. Throughout this entire process, you were never sincerely willing to do what you did. So please, I beg you to go back now. I will not turn... I only have one option. Wow. Oh, shit. Hold on. Hello? 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 What's going on? Why did everything suddenly not want to pick up my mic? Oh, my game is freaking out. Hello? Ah. Okay. I will not turn back. Interesting. What mic am I using? Is this the right one? Properties. Microphone. Testing. Doesn't look quite right, but we'll take it. Look at you. You're proving me right. You are not at all honest with yourself, even in the gravest of choices you must make. Even if I were to send you away, you would likely return to me after having yet another fresh start. There's an uncontrollable law of this place we must follow. The whole facility has become one giant, ever-running clockwork. The clock never stops ticking. It never rests, it never rushes, it is not set to follow any specific person. It simply walks forever, maintaining the same pace it always has. And now it is time for you to leave. I won't. You are a lost traveler without a compass or a map. It is natural to feel fear when one is subject to the whims of the air and sea. However, there's no need for you to fear the counting of the clock anymore. I shall always welcome you. I will always console you. You never were ready. I stand my ground. No! Don't spray me! You have not changed your decision in the end. It seems that tomorrow would have come as it always does, but it does not. The hour of silent waiting has long since ended. When I am no longer feared the impending night, I chose to love this place. But if you still wish to break this egg at all costs, I shall become its sentinel. I will reap you. He doesn't want to die. How can it be considered following her will? This is nothing but a seed of calamity drenched in sin. Oh, by the wings, your mind has been soaked with grief even more severely than I thought. Please, why can't you just stop now? You and I, we tried our best. With your career and your wealth, you'll be able to live the rest of your life in the nest with no problem whatsoever. So please, I urge you, stop here. Stop before you cross the line. I will not stop. No one remained by my side. With everyone's sacrifice, I came this far and reached the ranks of the wings, but nobody left to celebrate the moment with. The silence was the signal to start my task for everyone. We lost something in us every single day. We used inhuman methods to extract information from the women we captured from the head. We passed our plans to AIs that hadn't even been named yet. It ached, no, it wounded the heart of the man who had always been with me. The sound of the waves were so far away, and yet there was no time left to stay. I lost the last man who stood by me. It was a tragedy, but I didn't hide it. The ones who had left early on likely didn't need me anymore, but I needed them in those final moments. To bring back those who had forsaken the embrace of the earth, to hide, lock away the seed of secret. I was the only one who remained. I wanted to be forgotten, like a mirage. So I am going to do the memory repository today. We're doing records today. Like, that's what we're doing. We're doing records. Ooh, fingies. Fingies hurty. Continue. I guess I have to open up the last area before we can go back. Because there's no rewind thing. I really need to do this fucking repression, I feel. Because if I don't, I'm going to be missing out on probably one of the stronger buffs in the game. Maybe. I don't know. If it's literally just 120 justice, I don't think it's that good. But there's always the chance that there's something else. We're gonna... Hold on. Oh, fuck! I have to go back to day 1, I think, to do it. No, I have to do this day. Alright. I'm gonna have to fucking set this up for next stream, I guess. Because I have to go back to day 1. Because I have to do records first. And then extraction. Right. I have to do fucking day 1 again. Hate this game. I don't want to do day 1. No, it's fine. I'll have to train up the meat team. Right, I could train up the meat team. Actually have enough characters. Whatever. I don't want to fucking do this game anymore. I think I have to go to fucking day 1. That sucks. Alright. Well, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm going to be around tomorrow about the same time. We're going to be doing the final stretch of Lobotomy Corporation this week. I'm not playing it after this week. Win or lose. I'm just going to be done with this game. So I hope you all have a wonderful night, and I hope you all stay yappy.